G'day viewers, scrappers and fellow refiners. Have you ever wondered what's inside these scales? I know I have. Well, we're about to find out. I've already undone some screws. This is heavy and awkward to move. And what I have so far taken off is what I believe to be some zinc that was on the back here and under that wire and on there. What that did, I don't know. But I need zinc for gold refining, palladium, so on. So I will be making zinc powder with that. And I don't know where some more screws are, so I'm going to pause the video while I go and undo some more. This is awkward to do one-handed, but while looking for screws, I seen this handle. I thought, okay, what does that do? And so I need someone to hold the camera. Hang on. Come over here. So I lifted the handle up and out came the paper dispenser. Straight away I could see gold pins. So there's a little board in there. It looks like it might be right. I'll have to do some undoing screws and that to get that out. When I find out how to get that out, I'll show you that board. And then there looks like some pins, some wire plug to that. So I'll be investigating that. Each time I cut the camera to undo some screws, I'll come back and show you what I find. Well, that wasn't really worth getting too excited about. It's a tiny board. But ever, it does look like it's got some nice gold pins. Good coating on those. I just wish that was 10,000 feet long, because that would be awesome. Anyway, I'll undo them screws, keep that one. We've only just started. On the other side of this, there should be some brass. I don't know how these are going to come out. There we go. Nice little bit of brass. I also scrap, so I get gold and silver, but I get copper and brass and other things that help pay the bills. So I'll put these aside, and then on the other side here, there's a nice brass section there, some brass there. So I'll put all this in a pile and show you what I get just out of this one little bit when I figure out how to take those off, and then I'll carry on. Okay, so that's the brass that came from that one section I showed you, and there's the board. Can't quite yet work out how to get this plastic off, but I will. Obviously they're fully coated all the way along. They're a nice thick coating, you can tell by the dark colour. I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping that inside there's a lot more of this to come. So this is what we've got so far, and then I'll carry on. So I went to see what else I can pull apart, and straight away I saw that board down there. And it's got 4 nice little gold patches on it. So I'll take that off now, and then I'll start on this contraption. Well, I've just removed the part that the things weigh on. So there's this die cast, and I'm hoping this is also going to be zinc, because it's a lot. If that's zinc, it's awesome. I'll have to test that to find out. And of course the tray, which would have sat there. And this is absolutely perfect for something I needed for a video that I've been holding off because I had nothing flat like this, stainless steel, that I could use. It's I don't want to give too much away. It's an upcoming video. Now that I've got this, I can proceed with it. So I'm quite excited about that. And now I've got to continue. I've got the whole upper casing off, plastic, and there's a little board in here with some gold pins. So underneath these would probably also be gold. No, they're not. but the plug that came off there should have gold inside, because it's usually gold on gold. They don't look any good, but I don't know if that's silver. I'll have to test those to see. So the little board, I don't know what's going to be on the back of it. Little board there as well, probably nothing there as well. But then if I can move this without dropping the whole thing, get that out of my way. Now we can see what's inside. So I've got a, what looks like a half decent, I don't know, is it an electric motor? Brass inside. I'll have to see what that is. Got some wire here. This is the plug that had the brass that came off the gold pins, so that should be gold in there. I'll find out when I open that up. We've got wire along here, and then we get to the good stuff. I can see some gold pins in there. Hopefully there's more behind there. I'll tackle that and get that off. And we've got a board there. Looks like we've got some ICs. Looks like there's a relay, so some silver in there, or maybe even gold. Transformer's got some copper in there. Nice copper spool there. Silver and possible PGMs. I don't know about these red things, they might have PGMs as well. So when I get that off, I'll have a closer look. But yeah, it's getting down to the good stuff at the moment. There's some more wiring. So we're getting there. So the first thing I tackled in here was this lid box, whatever you want to call it. There was 4 screws, 1 in each corner. And wow, was I surprised. Put the support a bit before I drop it. I unscrewed it, and looky what's under there. Come on, get off. Thank you. So we've got IC heaven. ICs, lots of ICs. Look at all these ICs. And I believe that would be crystal oscillator. I think that's what they're called. Mid-fit, or whatever, MOSFET, those things are called. This thing here. That would be a fuse, I guess. Should be a glass fuse with silver inside. Don't know if there's any gold pins, I doubt it. What else we got? Probably some more gold pins. These are nothing, they're just an aluminium capacitor. They're rubbish. Possible some PGMs inside this orange, whatever it is. Same as one here. Might be some PGMs in that. And I don't know what's in these red things. They could also have PGMs, or at least silver. I'll have to cut one open and have a look. Is that gold pins? I can't quite see. If they are, they're not very well plated. And there's this board is raised up. Another crystal oscillator there. This board is also raised up. There's some gold pins under there. Look at that. Yummy. Now let me try and get this up one-handed. It's pretty hard to do. Might need a screwdriver to pry this up. Holding the camera and doing things is always hard. Okay, so we've got tiny bits of gold on the back there. And that would be gold in there, because gold on gold. They look like they might be gold. There's one of these little flat Duvalakis that I did recently. They're round with a flat side on them. I quite like those. I enjoyed doing that video, and I saved them now. See, there's 3 legs on it, and it's got a flat side. So there's one of those. What else we got under this other board? So more ICs on here. Okay, this is going to be hard to get off. If it doesn't fit, force it. Some things need persuasion. I'll have to just break it. Doesn't look like it's worth the effort getting into this one. So that would be gold there, gold pins there, anything on the back, anything on the back of that one. I don't know what's under here. Let's see if we can peel this up. Alright, so we've got, you see some gold tracing on there, another IC chip here, and that's flat there, so there's nothing under that one. So when this board's cleaned up a lot better, I'll show you. It'll look good. I'll get all these plugs off and see what we've got to deal with. Interesting. I'm enjoying doing this. While taking the wire plugs off, I took this one off, and the nice gold pins. So that means there'll also be gold in there. Now all these wires, I don't know how it's all graded where you are, but here in Western Australia this is classed as 50-50. I take all this insulation off there, the heat, what do you call it, the heat shrink stuff, and each one of these wires on their own, they class as 50% plastic, 50% copper. So as far as plastic coated wiring is concerned, this pays the most. There's like 50-50, and then there's I think 70-30, and then there's darted cable, which is 10%. So even with this one here, this ribbon, I would individually separate all these wires so that they all go into the 50-50 container. If I leave it like that, it looks like data. But if I peel every one of these individual, it goes in 50-50. So didn't see any gold in there, but they look like they might be just a light coating. Can't really see through the camera. No, they're not. So all these wires are the same. They'll all go through as 50-50. And under here, I don't know yet, I haven't done this one, so let's see. More gold plated pins, which means more gold in here. And I'm liking this. So far I've already collected a little bit handful of wire. This one in my hand will go over here as well. And there's plenty of wire here that's all going to go as 50-50. So each of these here, I will separate into their own strands. This one here, I could take the black casing off and go 50-50, but this one I'll just throw in the data because I can. I've got too much to do without going there for doing that. This button battery, I don't know if it's got, oh, it's got lithium. It says lithium battery on there, so there wouldn't be any silver in that. Alright, we'll carry on. I've got that motor out. It's definitely an electric motor. I've got a zinc cog wheel off there. So that's a good thing for me because I need zinc. And I took this out. There's nothing really fancy on there apart from this aluminium front of it, but in here there's some copper wire, as you'd expect from an electric motor, and then there'll be aluminium on the back, so I'll be separating that. Well, I'll turn it around and start working at the back, and so far I've got a nice big piece of zinc. There's aluminium inside it. This section inside that goes right through it is aluminium, but the top and bottom piece is zinc, and I'm going to take screws off there, and the back to get this aluminium out, and that's going to make a lot of zinc powder. That's going to be awesome. So I'm making headway with this. I've taken that off, which was that was propped up like that. I have a nice piece of aluminium, and then the board pretty much as we saw it before. So I've got some more wire for the pile. I'm putting it all aside to give you a look at the end. Nothing on the back of this. I don't know if there's anything in those with the stripes on them. I've not seen that colour before. I will be investigating what's in there because there's quite a few of them. And then with this board here, that was on there, and it had the plug at the back where you plug it in. I've got another piece of aluminium, and I'm just going to undo these here. Actually, that's not aluminium, that's tin, so that's no good. Let's galvanise tin. So there's some more wiring, brass clips on them. This board at the back, got some gold on it. I've still got to look inside this to see what's in there. And a relay, get some silver or maybe gold. Some gold on the board at the front there. And that seems to be it. Now this seems to be zinc as well. I'm hoping this entire platform is zinc. It's going to give me some nice pile of zinc powder. We're going to undo these screws, take this metal off, and then work out how to separate the, I don't know if this is plastic or what it is, it might all be part of the zinc. So I'm going to get pliers onto this and pull that out and undo that. So I'm pretty much at the end of it now, so I'll move all this over here. So once this is all cleaned up, there should be a lot of zinc there. Alright, so we've got a little board there with possible gold in there. Some nice wires there, that'll be 50-50. Lots of wires there, 50-50. More 50-50 wire here. Now 50-50 goes for, in Australia, around about, I think it was $1.20 or $1.50 or something per kilo. Right, so there's nothing on the back of that. Aluminium, zinc, a heavy piece of aluminium. That is a good heavy piece of aluminium. Lots of gold on there, gold dots over the board, and on the back, gold on the back, gold in there. Nothing on the back of this one, but a couple of IC chips and things to investigate, like these red things and those orange ones. Sorry if I don't know the names of everything. I'm not a gadget person. I don't know the names of stuff. I don't see any gold on the back apart from two little dots in front of my thumb. And the corners, the rings there. But all those lovely ICs, gold pins. That is a nice board. I wish I had lots of boards like that. And I saw this earlier, I was going to point it out to you that everywhere that the legs go of these IC chips is gold plated. All of them you can see in there's gold plating. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but I can see it. All dots along there. Everywhere that something is joined onto this board is gold plating. So you can see where they've got allowances for chips that aren't on here. So I'm impressed. And I'm yet to take this board off, but I doubt there won't be much under there. And the only other thing I haven't got to yet is the control panel. So there'll be probably Mylar under there with silver in it. I'll take that out and then we'll get to it and have a look. So the last thing that there is to show you is firstly to confirm that the whole base of this, everything you see here is zinc, which is such a good thing for me because I need all the zinc I can get. If you know me in my other videos, you'll know I don't like wasting chemicals, and at the same time I don't like buying things I don't have to buy. Now there's no point in me buying zinc when I've got it for free. All I have to do is turn it into powder, and that's not a very hard thing to do. If you want to know how I can tell if it's zinc or not, the easiest way to tell zinc casting from aluminium casting, there's a few ways. If you get a file and try and file the zinc, it's a lot harder to file than aluminium. If you snap a piece of the casting, you'll see inside that it's very crystallized. It doesn't really hold together like aluminium. In the way that, when I say it doesn't hold together, I mean just the way it forms, it's hard to explain, but it's all crystallized inside. Also, zinc is 2.5 times heavier than cast aluminium. And finally, the color is a lot grayer, a lot duller than aluminium. Now here's the Mylar. I'm impressed. Look how much silver is on that Mylar. That is so much more than a keyboard Mylar. That's one side, and here's the other one. That is a very good Mylar. So, was it worth doing? Yeah, for me it was amazing. I got some silver, I got some nice gold pins, I've got a whole pile of IC chips, I got some wire, a little bit of aluminium, bit of copper wire, bright copper wire, and also a lot of zinc, which is so good for me. So it was very worth it for me. If you guys have liked this video, that's great. Please let me know. If you don't, that's all right. Tell someone else. If you know anybody who likes scrapping and you think that they would like this video, please share it with them. And until I finish the gold refining video, which is currently underway, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.